Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Gersher from Technical Option Traders. So let's see what's been going on in the market for this week and how we traded it. Today we took two small trades. We kind of took some losses here. What's been happening is what I was talking about in my previous videos. We needed a pullback is what we got, so which is pretty good. But the point is, this pullback right here is on weak volume. The volume is not rising here, right? So volume is decreasing. That's something that we want to pay attention to. This pullback is not with strength. Let it happen. Let's see what happens in a few days. We might need a week or so before everything starts panning out. Right now, S&P 500 is trying to get above the 404 level and trying to bounce above the 410. So what I'm looking at is the 413 and the 410 level. If S&P 500 can get above that, we can easily test a 420, right? And then work our way towards 430. But 430 remains a big level of interest, and we'll see if we can get our way up there. But as you guys can see, over the past few days here, consistently declining volume. That's a telling sign that this could be just a reversal. That's not that strong. Okay, so this is a pullback, not a reversal, right? So downtrend is still dominant here. Let's look at triple Qs here. Looking at the Qs, right? So overall, let's start off with looking at the bigger picture. Below the 50 and the 200 EMA, and well below that. So we do need a pullback. We can get a pullback all the way up to here, which is 330, which will be strong. But as you guys can see here, once again on the triple Qs, the volume, once again, a critical factor here is slow. We can get some of these moves to the upside up until 312, and 311. So we want to see how this level holds up. If it does, not and it fails, we are at risk to the downside. So downside exposure remains on the triple Qs, but overall I do see a pullback happening here, and we can easily test 311. If we can get some buying pressure stepping in here, we can test all the way 325. But right now we don't see any buying. I don't have any confirmation of this trade to make to make sense of it, to take a trade to the upside. So I will not swing anything over the weekend. I'm just going to stay cash for mostly and see how these levels break over the next few weeks. So next few weeks will go very slow, looking like how the market is looking. But the overall sectors are doing okay for now. They're bouncing, but doesn't mean they're in strength right now. So there's no strength in the market as far as I can see. This is just a bounce. Okay, so looking at the triple Qs, everything seems weak here. This is just a weak bounce, nothing more than that, right? So let's look at the Dow Jones here. The Dow Jones doing what the rest of the market is doing, just following suit, going up on weak volume. It looks like a dead cat bounce to me, unless we can get above the 330 level with rising volume. If we don't get rising volume in the Dow, we can just see a minor pullback up to the 330 level and then a pullback all the way down. Right, so the predominant trend is still a downtrend right now. It's still breaking down here. So also the important economic events are still happening, and they're still coming up in the following months, which can see us fall down further. But as you can see right now, the Dow Jones breaking down here. It needs to get above the 330 level, but the thing is, the biggest factor that we want to focus on is volume. We want to see where the strength is. The strength is weakening, as far as I can see. This pullback or this move is not so strong from my point of view, right? So IWM had a huge move to the upside, about 4%. We rejected this level at 170, which has not been tested since November of 2011. So it bounced from this level. This was an aggressive move. Whenever an aggressive or a steep move comes like this, we do get aggressive bounces, which are called dead cat bounces. Because of these aggressive bounces, we can see rejections to the downside. Okay, so what we want to see is, if this move is real, we want to see continuous buying coming in, but we have a long way to go before any of this becomes bullish again. This is all a bearish market right now and nothing else. Looking at the VIX is starting to consolidate up here, still in this bigger range. Nothing new on the VIX, still consolidating. It needs to fall further, way further down, so it can just, the market moves and participants can return with this volatility, decreasing, so they can feel more confident about the market. But the volatility risk remains high still, so that's something that we want to pay attention to. The market is very weak and very frothy. Even gold is below my trend line, right? So I've been, out of gold at 175. I was bearish gold around 172 to about 170. Broke this trend line now. This is not looking good for gold at all. Even though this down move here, there's a lack of volume on it. it kind of returned back higher, but so far right now, when it's below the 50 and below the 208 EMAs, I am not taking a position anywhere here, and nor am I looking to take a position on gold. This has gone absolutely bearish right now, broken this trend line. Contest 163. If 163 breaks, we can go all the way down to 156. So it's interesting to see that the money is leaving a lot of these safe haven situations here. What I also want to focus on is, if you guys just look at this right here, these are the sectors, right? So right now, every single sector, energy is up 4%, the 3.5%. Oil and gas is up 4%. The whole market is up. Defensive stocks to energy stocks to defensive energy growth stocks are all up. When the whole market is up like this, I don't believe in the move. That this move is fake and it's going to get rejected, because the whole market can't be in sync like this. Okay, so somewhere shorts are covering, somewhere people are adding longs. We do not have clarity. There is no clarity in the market right now, so we need to wait and let the market come to us. Bitcoin with a nice bounce here off this level, but as long as Bitcoin remains below the 34,000 level, I will remain bearish, and likelihood of 20,000 is very, very possible for Bitcoin over the coming months, as long as this rejection level holds around 34,000. If that continues to hold, we can come back and test and reject. These situations will need some time to pan out. All right, so we are in a we are in a bearish market, and it's a very, very slow grind down with a lot of traps for bears and for bulls. This is why I recommend always wait for price to confirm. Do not just rush into a trade. If price does not confirm your thesis, do not take a trade. All right, stay out and stay safe and protect your capital. Right, you will get other opportunities to start trading again. Just gotta wait for the setup. So this move was too aggressive and way too vertical to the downside, so there needed to be a pullback. All right, guys. So this is my recap for this trading day. Hope you guys enjoy the segment. I'll see you guys next week, Monday.